blowout. I caught up with our Commanders insider, Lake Lewis Jr., for his thoughts after the game. We talked before the game had ended, actually. Just when you think things can't get worse, they perhaps do.
Yes.
Commanders today falling 45-55 to the Dolphins. And we knew all eyes were going to be on this defense. Change over from Jack Del Rio to now head coach Ron Rivera. Adjustments that we maybe expected to be made. We didn't really see any changes, did we?
No, we didn't, Natalie. And, you know, as you said, 45-15, that's not the score that I think most people thought the score was going to be when this game started. All week long, we heard about Ron Rivera coming back as far as coaching the defense. And I thought I was going to see a little bit more spirited defense. They didn't show up today at all, and it actually looked a little worse from what Jack Del Rio was putting out on the field.
I was going to say, you look at last week against the Cowboys, 45 points. This week against the Dolphins, another 45 points. If you're Jack Del Rio and you're tuning into this game this week, what's maybe going through your mind?
He may have had an extra drink or two. I mean, who's to say? But at the end of the day, he got fired because his unit wasn't producing and nothing's changed. And I think right now, most people know it's a scheme problem. You know, I don't know if it's the personnel in the field, but I know that these were a lot of talented guys that people thought the world of coming into this season, and it seems like a lot of these guys have regressed.
Right. We've even heard from Sam Howell after the game. He says, look, we've got the team, we've got the coaches, we've got the game plan. It's just truly about putting it together, and they simply haven't been able to do that so far this year. So what's next?
Well, I mean, you know, I hate to say this. I've been covering this team now. This is, my 14th year? And around this time, you start hearing people talking about their plan for pride and personal pride and evaluating going into next year, and that's where we are right now. This team's not going to make the playoffs, and fortunately, they'll probably be able to go into this offseason feeling like they have a quarterback, a franchise caliber quarterback, but even Sam Howell's got to improve over the last quarter of the season.
Ron Rivera now this week taking those defensive responsibilities. Was today maybe a little audition for him to maybe keep his role, or are we still talking about it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when with Rivera? I
think it's a matter of when. I mean, all you have to do is look around the stadium now, and, you know, fans were leaving, and then you look at the beginning of the game, all you saw was a sea of blue, you know, and a turquoise to be specific, which were fans of the Dolphins. So you're seeing fans leaving now. Remember, when the season started, it was about bringing the fan base back. In the first couple games, there were sellouts. But now people are starting to feel a little disenfranchised again. So I do think it's a matter of time with Ron Rivera.
But I want to ask you about Sam Howell specifically, because we've been talking about him taking steps forward each and every week, it seems like. We've seen now 3 games in a row where he is throwing a pick 6. Perhaps something we didn't expect to see from this young quarterback. Well, what are you seeing from him, especially today?
Well, you know, I think it's a combination of a lot. I think he's pressing to make plays. Sometimes he holds on to the ball too long. But I also think you're starting to see opposing defenses have game plan, and they're starting to see all his tendencies. Those are the things that young players have to fight through, because you know this league is about film, and now people have film on him, so he's got to do something else to show them things. When he makes these off you know, balanced plays, you know, when he's more improvising out there, you see him play better. So I think maybe they need to speed up tempo, you know, just hurry up the offense for him so he doesn't have to think as much.